Guys, you know those properties that we almost don't even try to find anymore because they're so incredibly rare? That's exactly what we have for you guys today. 2¼ acres. We've got a pond with its own fountain, wraparound porches, tons of mature trees making this so private and secluded, and there's no HOA. And because we just love throwing icing on the cake, the lot right across the street is also for purchase with this property, so you can get a dock on the water so that you can be out there enjoying the Florida life whenever you want. Let's go take a peek. Now, as we're about to pop into this house, I want to say thank you again to Kathy Spady. This is now the second property she has on our tour of homes. If you guys have not seen the last one, it was absolutely incredible as well. But I want to say thank you to Kathy Spady with Realty Solutions for letting us tour her listing. So first, before we walk into this beautiful home, and it truly is beautiful, I have to show you guys this drive-through lot. You've got a circular lot out here so that you guys can actually drive in and drive right out. And you know what? Somebody goes in front of you, somebody goes behind you. Isn't that a pain in the butt with these round circular driveways? Well, don't worry. There is a parking area over here so you can keep the vehicles away from everything. And I don't want to show it to you yet, but there is a cool little outbuilding over here that I cannot wait to show you guys, but not until the end. Let's go take a peek. All right, guys, now before we go into this home, I have to show you guys the wraparound porch here. Look at this thing. Of course, they've got the rocking chairs here to kind of show exactly what this is for. This would be great for your morning coffee if you want, but you've got so many great options for morning coffee that I don't even know if this is the spot that I would do it. This porch continues to go all around. In fact, this porch goes all around on all 3 of the 4 areas. This side over here does not. That goes to the garage, and we'll show you why, which will be super cool. Now, we've got to get inside of this air conditioning because it is 94 degrees right now because it is the end of June here in Florida. And so let's go ahead and get this sweat to start cooling down and jump inside. So right as we're coming in here, let me get my camera woman to go ahead and get in. I'll shut this door. Now, I love these staircases. This is a great entryway. We've got 2 closets here, you know, for, as I always mention, those cold Florida winters that we have for that whole week. Now, before I show you guys all this great stuff down here, let's go upstairs so we can just knock that one out of the way. This is where we're gonna have the master bedroom. And so we'll just go up here. Oh, cool, Emily. I'm not getting my tushy in there. I appreciate it. So, master bedroom here, very spacious, very large. I love the little mural kind of thing that they're doing here. The whole look in here looks great. Large window going out. You can see the entire front, including the extra lot that we're gonna be showing you guys at the end of this. I wanna show you this whole compound, and I'm calling it a compound because that's what it feels like. This is a whole estate. So we've got hers, and of course, hers closets. We're not going to show that in depth because the people still live in here. I don't want to be showing off all of their stuff, but I love that there are 2 closets. You've got your commode that you could shut off for your stinky partner. We got 2 different sinks here, so you can, you know, kind of do a male and female. I'll let you guess which side is which, just based on what's here. You got your stand-up shower for quick stuff in the morning, right there. Big enough for 2. It's even got a little side foot thing here, so you can put your legs up, ladies, and go ahead and shave those if you want, or dudes, whatever. Look at this tub. This is incredible. So, a jetted tub. My suggestion, if you guys buy a house with a jetted tub, is to go ahead, run some bleach water through it when you first purchase a home, because, you know, sometimes that water lingers in there. But this is big enough for 2 people, in my opinion. And I like this cool little, you know, wine tray. You can put your iPad on it and just melt away the day. I really like it. So very cool. Let's go check out the other room that's up here. Now, a couple of cool things. It's all about the details, right? So I like this little detail of having this cutout with the window here. Great on the builder for doing that. You can also overlook everything here. So, you know, the kiddos are arguing or something like that. You pop out of the master at 7 o'clock in the morning. They're arguing over cartoons. You can give them a good old, you know, fist shake if you need to, or however you know, talk to your kids. I don't know. Now, what I think this was a a basement attachment, or sorry, attic attachment at one point, just based on the way that it sort of flows in here. But tons of storage. We got storage over here. We got a large storage area over here. Got your heater core unit right here, and it's all lit up. It's all ventilated and everything. It's part of the square footage. Just a great little bonus room here. Now this one is carpeted, a little bit different than most of the other house, but still a really cool room. It looks like they're using it for an office, which I absolutely dig. Now let's go ahead and run downstairs, or I'm gonna walk downstairs, and we'll probably see you down there because my camera lady might fall. All right, we made it. Emily actually made the joke that she needs to stick with transaction coordinating. That is my camera lady today. That's actually exactly what she specializes in. So when you guys give us a call to help you find your home here on the Emerald Coast, you'll chat with me, we'll go through the whole process, and then once you find your home, you'll actually be dealing with Miss Emily, so that's actually really awesome. Yeah, so the camera work, we'll have to see if she's good at that or not. So you've got your formal dining space here. Now, if one of y'all decide to purchase this home, and of course you give me a call. By the way, I'll throw all of my information down here. We help everybody that is traveling to the Emerald Coast or moving to the Emerald Coast from Pensacola to Panama City Beach and everything in between. Now, if you do end up buying this, everything's negotiable. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We've got to negotiate this thing in, okay? If I can get you this house, I want this thing. This thing is awesome. I really want it in my life. I know it's not the Emerald Coast. I can tell by the trees, but that is beautiful. Anyway, I'm totally kidding, sort of. All right, so we've got another entrance into the home right here, which this one's great if you are parking over here on this side. This might actually become the door that you're generally using. Then nice little breakfast bar area here. I think this is so cute right here. I don't normally use cute in my videos, but that one hits it. Now check out this kitchen. This is a monstrosity. Think of all the different Ninja products you can have on your countertops over here. Those Ninja Creamies are getting real popular. You know, I see a Ninja Creamy spot over there. You got your air fryer, you got your coffee pots, maybe an espresso machine right here. You can have a whole little coffee bar right here, which I absolutely like. They even have these built-ins here. Now, super cool. We've got the laundry room right here, which I like. If you do come in from the garage, which we'll look at here in a few minutes, we're going to go through the whole house, then outside, then the super awesome, cool little outdoor area, and then we'll take you over to the dock, and then we'll talk about some things, taxes, insurance, hurricanes, stuff like that. So stick around for that so that you guys can get a realistic idea of the carrying cost of a property like this. And then of course we'll go over the price then too. But we have a restroom here, and then we have the washer dryer. And what I love about this is because you come in from the garage from a long day of work, if you wanted to, hypothetically, you could totally just strip down and just throw everything in the washer and come on into your home and enjoy living in your paradise. Everything is very private out here, which I really like. When we go outside, I'll show you guys all of the trees all around, completely surrounding the entire estate here, which is so cool because it feels so private. All right, so gas stove, definitely something I like pointing out because where we are at, which by the way, guys, is less than 20 minutes to the water. Now, the only reason it's actually over, about 20 minutes is because you've got to weave through this neighborhood. Once you get on Highway 87, it's probably about 12 minutes from there. So super close to the beach. Now, will you go to the beach all the time? I don't know, it depends. You've got a fountain back here. You've got potentially, if you buy the extra lot on the side, they are being sold separately, but you can merge them together as an option deal. Then you could just get out to the water right there. So you may not be going to the beach as much as you think because you'll be boating to the beach. But that's if you decide to purchase that. So we have nice large pantry here. And these, I just love this door. Look at this. Just all of that. Super, super cool. We've got a very spacious living room. And guys, look at this thing. This thing is awesome. That is beautiful. They even had this one. So it's so funny when I first walked in, I do my little tour to kind of get acquainted with everything, which I don't always do. Sometimes I just turn on the camera. But I saw this from the distance and I was like, man, this beautiful home, and that thing was broken. But no, I realized it's actually 100% intentional, and it really adds to the whole room. You've got this cool little stand here for the TV. Whole fireplace looks absolutely beautiful. And then of course, you've got your double doors to walk out. Now they've got very expensive, very durable flooring throughout most of this home. As you're kind of seeing here, based on what I'm seeing, I'm pretty sure this is wood look tile. I may have to double check on that for you, so I'm not misspeaking. So we've got the other heater core right here. Then we've got one of the bedrooms. Nice little nursery sort of thing. You know, they're in the process of moving by the looks of it, so it's a little bit vacant here. Of course, the closet, I'm not gonna go into every closet and show you guys that. This bathroom, Emily, if you just wanna pop in there and take a look at this, I think this is so cool. Check out this, like everything about this, right? If you would have told me green walls and wallpaper in a bathroom, I would have told you, yeah, I don't think that's going to look very good, but it looks absolutely amazing in here. You can see this wallpaper. Wallpaper is coming back for those of you that aren't in the know. You've got this cool raised sink. I'm not a big fan of these. I feel like they look clunky, but this one is super cool. And I'm gonna jump in front of you for a second, Emily, because again, it's in the details. Check this out. Okay, you're just washing yourself. Then you've got the option to do it this way. I'm so sorry, people. The owners, if you're watching this, I apologize. I think I spilled a little bit of water. And then you can even hit this button right here if you need to get that thing sprayed down, you know, if you get stuff on your hands. I apologize, I'm gonna use this. I don't want that sitting there. Please don't yell at me. All right. And then we've got one of the other bedrooms here. Again, getting into the details. Cool window above here. Lots and lots of natural light. And then of course, double doors out to the wraparound porch, because this house is not playing around with its porches. I love wraparound porches. Let me close this so we're not letting out the air conditioning. It costs a lot to cool the great outdoors. That's what I've always been told. Nice seating area here. It's beautiful brick too. It's whitewashed. I love it. All right, we'll get over here in a moment to show you the garage and the workshop. There's a lot going on over there. And as you can see, this lot is huge. You know, 2¼ acres in Navarre, unheard of. Like 2¼ acres within 20 minutes to the beach. So hard to find. This is the type of property that you would typically find up in Milton, up in Crestview, where you might have to drive 30, 45 minutes, even an hour to get to the water. So we got a cool fire pit over here. I like the Adirondack chairs. And it looks like perhaps a start of a garden over here. Maybe they had one for a time period. They've already got tons of wood chopped. I'm sure they would leave that there for you if you would like. And check this out. Just having your own little pond in the back. Now, I did try to look to see if we could find any fishies. There's a bunch of little minnows. That's all I've seen so far, but pretty cool. It's got its own fountain. Got your own waterfall on this side. You got a nice little bridge over there for what I assume is overflow into maybe another retention area over here. Just a really cool little spot. So, you know, earlier when I was saying, you're gonna have to decide where you want your coffee. I mean, do you want it here? Do you want it over there? Do you want it in the front yard? Do you want it on that front patio, on the back patio, right in front of the fire pit? You've got a lot of options. So if you're a coffee drinker or you like your nighttime beverages, you've got a lot of spots. You can change your view constantly. All right, let's keep looking over here. We've got some additional stuff, some additional structures here for storage. That's the little hidden gem I'm going to be showing you guys here in a minute, but I'm teasing that for the end because it's probably one of my favorite features on the home outside of the obvious, you know, the potential dock that you can buy and the gorgeous home. They've got it all fenced off, extra storage, and the pavement you can see through, and we'll show it to you here in a second, goes all the way up here. So if you've got trailers, you've got an RV, you've got a boat, something like that, that maybe you don't use as often, you're not leaving it at the dock or something, you can absolutely park it all through here. Let's go take a look at this workshop. Oh, and a little spot here for the puppy dog. So I think that's, I'm assuming that's what they have all throughout here, is for a pup, although I don't know if they have a pup. I couldn't smell anything. I didn't see any signs of one, but that's what this looks like it's for. So they can literally open the door, close this gate that Emily and I just walked through. They've got a doggy door right here. Oh yeah, no, see, there is signs of a puppy dog down here. All right. Now, most garages in Florida are very hot when you get in it. But this one does have a split AC. I wonder if we can find a light here. We may not, I don't want to start hitting buttons and have things move that I don't like. But it is a garage. You guys can kind of see, you've got a whole workspace over here. I apologize for how dark it is. I just don't want to mess with stuff. You park 2 vehicles here, and then of course they've got some fridges and freezers out here for some additional, additional space here. All right, Are you guys ready to see the really cool part that I've been wanting to show you this whole time? Take a look at this. We got to go all the way through the house because I don't know where the easiest spot is to get to it. So I'm just going to go through here, which will be nice to get blasted in the face with this AC. Because as you can see, even just that like short minute or two, like this is the Florida problem here. But don't worry, for those of you guys, you know, there's some of you out there that are like, I don't know if I can stand the heat out there. Don't worry. Once you live here for a little bit, you get something we call Florida blood, and then it becomes so much easier. Now, got these great pavers here, leads to either side. So if you are parking out here where my truck is, you know, you get so many options for different doors and stuff to go in, but check this out. Now, I like a good Florida beverage when it's hot. So of course, one of my favorite things is this outdoor bar. Super cool if you got a bunch of friends over. You know, you've got, you know, some built-in, they call them bottle openers. You got your sink here. Now, sink is interesting because I believe it is being run through this barrel right here. And then you can fill up that barrel from here. I'm not sure if this barrel connects to it. I see a hose to it, so I'm not sure. But anyway, super cool. They do have a generator out here, but I can just imagine you got a bunch of friends over, springtime, it's a little bit cooler, you're hanging out outside, you got all these chairs sitting out here, maybe an outdoor movie theater or something, like that would be super cool. And guys, look at this. I think this is one of the coolest things. Read this thing. Weather forecast. If the coconut is wet, there's rain. If it's moving, it's windy. Oops, I didn't move it. If it's hot, it's sunny. If it's cool, it's cloudy. And if it's gone, take shelter because we might have some winds coming in and we need to duck. Now, we'll just show you this side over here. There is additional storage space out here. That one I don't believe was heated and cooled. I didn't see anything on it. And then all of this extra space that we were showing you guys here a moment ago. Now we're gonna head across the street. We're gonna go show you guys the dock that can be purchased. They're two different properties. They're technically both for sale separately by the same owner. So if you like the dock area and you want it as part of a group deal, you can definitely negotiate that. We'll talk about the prices of both so you guys can kind of figure out, hey, you know, does this make sense? Talk about the prices of both. We'll talk about carrying costs. We'll talk about the uniqueness of the dock when we're out there here in just a moment. So I think that's everything I needed to show you guys here. So let's go out to the dock. All right, guys, check this out. We've got a lift. We got a nice little launch area here. You can see they've got a kayak, a couple of Adirondack chairs to look out over the expanse and everything you've built in your life that got you here. That is pretty stinking cool. Now I'm going to hand this to Miss Emily. So not only is this great dock and this entire property, it's 0.6 acres, by the way, this is available for sale as well. We'll talk about pricing for both of these in a second when we're walking back, but this dock in particular is something super unique on it. So Navarre ordinances does not usually allow you to put a dock on a waterfront property unless it is attached to a home. There's a home on the land. This one is technically two different lots, right? This is one completely different parcel. Then there's a street, an easement, and then there's the other lot. Now, they allowed it because they were right across the street. So if they happen to sell these two separately, whoever gets this one gets the benefit of being grandfathered into them doing that, which is so unique. What they're trying to prevent, by the way, is people moving down here and living in a van down by the river, essentially. Living in a van here and having a dock here and playing out on the water all day, or maybe living in a houseboat. They're trying to prevent that. But because they allowed this, and if they do sell it separately, which they're allowed to do, then that's going to be a pretty good benefit. But most importantly, you'll literally be able to walk from your home out to your dock with a very sparsely traveled road right between it in order to get to this. Now, I did not find out how deep this dock was. I'll try to find out and put it overlay here on the screen somewhere on how big of a boat you can get, but we do have an electric lift here. Then we've got the launch and of course the dock itself. I also see a little bit of green over here. I don't know if they were practicing their golf swing or something. But that could be what that's for. And then a couple of flag holders here. And so you've got your nice little beach over here. Remember, we're on the bay right here. So the water is going to remain this calm in almost every situation. In fact, this is kind of rough for the bay right now. So if you're looking at this and thinking, that's a little bit rougher than I thought, it just happens to be that way today. But it's generally pretty calm like this. So you're not going to see the waves like you do on the beach. But if you take the bay all the way in, you get straight to the Sound, and you can take the Sound right into the Gulf of America if you'd like. Go find one of the smaller islands in the Sound. So the Sound, for those that don't know, there's a body of water, so there's a Gulf of America. There's a land separating it, almost like an island. In fact, that's exactly what it is an island. And then there's the Sound, which is the less brackish water. And then there's the mainland, which is what we're sitting on right here. So this bay kind of separates that as well, goes into the Sound, and then you can go out into the Gulf from there. My best guess would be approximately a 30-minute ride from where we're sitting, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how quick your boat is, to get out to the Gulf of America, should you decide to do that. But what's cool is in between that Sound that I was telling you about, here, or sorry, the island and then the Sound, are a bunch of smaller islands, like Ghost Island. I think there's one called the Mermaid Island or something like that. There's a cool mermaid mailbox on it. It's kind of awesome. They've got these swings that are out there. Hopefully we've got some photos we can show you guys of the last time the team and I were out there. So you can go out there, you can park up. That's where a lot of folks go. Of course, you can go out fishing. You just got a lot of options because you're right here on the water. So we're going to go ahead and head on back, and we're going to start talking pricing. We'll go over taxes, insurance, flood insurance, which is required on one of these properties. So if that scares you, we'll talk about it, and we'll wrap this thing up, close up the home, and get on out of here. Okay, for the dock, since we're walking through here now, we're going back to the main structure. Got all of my notes here because there's too much to memorize on these properties. This parcel of land here, the 0.6 acres right here on the water, is currently listed for $315,000, and we already know that this one and the next property appraised. Now you are getting waterfront property. That's why it is so expensive, because that might have been sticker shock to some of you guys going, 315, you're crazy. Well, you're paying for the location, right? It already appraised, so we know it's good there. And then it is a 240-foot dock with a 10 by 16 dock platform, a 5 by 10 foot swim platform, that's what we were showing you over there, and a 12 by 28 boat slip with a 12,000 pound lift. So that lift that we saw over there was for 12,000. We'll look both ways, but do we really need to on this road? Probably not. There can't be 40 people that live here in total, and the amount of homes that are on this side of the street, there's probably only a dozen, maybe a little bit more. I didn't actually look at the map on there. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything on this thing. Okay, so 124 feet of waterfront footage. When you buy property out here, waterfront property in particular, that's how we evaluate most of this stuff, is by how much beach frontage or waterfront frontage you're getting. Now with the house is currently listed at $799,900. We already know that it appraised for that as well. The reason we know this, by the way, is because somebody had this thing under contract. They were about to live their dream, and then it fell out for whatever reason. It had nothing to do with the owners, nothing to do with the house. From what we heard, the buyers just got cold feet, or their plans changed. I'm not 100% sure what the exact scenario is, but now it's back on the market for somebody else to come out here and live their dream. This home at $799,900 is 2,475 square feet. We've already walked through the home, so you know it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home built in 1999, and you already know all of the great stuff about it, the 2 acres and a quarter. So if you get both of them, you're getting almost 3 full acres in Navarre, this close to the water. 20 minutes to the beach. And again, it's only 20 minutes because you've got to drive through this whole neighborhood all the way around the bay. Crazy. The property address for this one, for those of you that want to look it up on Zillow and show your friends, maybe you can share this video if that would be helpful as well, is 6902 Santa Clara Drive in Navarre, Florida. That zip code is 32566. And for the waterfront lot, that one is 6913 Santa Clara, and the lot dimensions are 350 by 75 by 437 by 124 for those of you that just need to know the lot dimensions on this stuff. Now, one of the things I always like to go over with properties is the home ownership cost. Just because you can afford the home and the lot or whatever, maybe the rest of the details are not as good for you, too high for you. Now, luckily here in Florida, our taxes and insurance are still relatively cheap. Our taxes kind of run of the mill, sort of average for the country. For right now, they're talking about getting rid of property taxes, as you're probably hearing. Governor DeSantis, proposed a bill, and we're voting on it in, I think it's November of this year. Then it would go into effect the following year. Now, it's not going to eliminate property taxes completely. A lot of people have that impression. It's going to raise the homestead exemption from, I believe, $50,000 to $150,000. That's going to drastically lower it. I ran it for my home. My taxes would go from like $2,000 down to like $300. There's a calculator. If you guys are curious about that, just reach out to us. All of my contact information is right here on the screen. But taxes last year with this homesteaded property were $3,164. Now, when you purchase this property, it will go up just slightly, or maybe a lot. I'm not sure where they're currently at with their proposed taxes or the assessed value. So whenever you buy a property here in Florida, the old taxes will not be the same. It's very important that you understand that, because the property appraiser's office is going to use the new value of the home to calculate your taxes. Now, insurance quotes on this thing came in at $3,200 for the basic homeowner's insurance. Basic meaning hurricane, wind, everything but flood. Covers the entire structure, all of the extras, the land, all of that good stuff. The only thing it's not covering is flood insurance. Now, this property is in a flood zone, so it is required to have flood insurance. Luckily, it's in an AE flood zone that's not that cosmic, and the flood insurance is $800 per year, not per month, per year. So relatively pretty good. If you decide to get flood insurance on any property here in Navarre, they typically run around $350 to $400 if you're not in a flood zone. If you're in a lighter flood zone like this, it'll be a little bit higher, and then of course it can escalate from there. So honestly, properties like this just don't come up that often. You've got a private pond, you've got the wraparound porch, the possibility to buy a waterfront lot over there with a dock. You've got all of the extra structures, the outside bar, and that home is gorgeous. So if you're looking for something a little unique, we've got it here. Now, if you'd like to look at more properties just like this, I'm actually going to throw a playlist up here on the screen in one of these corners. And the first house we're going to put on that playlist is the other one that the owner of this property has. It is also super unique with horse stables and RV parking in 2 different locations and a larger lot. And that one, I think, is 9 or 10 minutes to the beach. So definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it already. We do videos every single week, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you ding the little bell. That's going to notify you every week when we do new videos. And honestly, we're thinking about bumping it up to 2 videos per week so we can show you more of the area that we love. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out. All of my contact information is right here. And I'll see you guys next week.